Hi, good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining in. I hope everybody's having a good weekend so far. It's Saturday. At least the weather's nice here finally where I'm at. It's been raining for like almost 2 weeks in a row. But anyway, get out, enjoy the day, enjoy the weekend while you can. I want to make my pregame video about the Jets and the Vikings game. Everybody knows now that the game is tomorrow morning, our time at 9:30 from London, England. So. I guess I just want to go over what I hope to see tomorrow and what we should all at least expect out of this football team that we have. Um, I want to see a team that looks competitive tomorrow. I want to see a team that looks ready, that looks well coached, that prepared for this game. Unlike that team that we saw last week against the Denver Broncos. I mean, that was just abysmal. And Robert Sala's conferences where he blames the ball being wet and this team is really good over there. I mean, this shit's getting old with this guy. There's no more excuses on this football team anymore. They're too good. They've got too much talent on this team to just come up with excuses anymore. So what I really want to see is I want to see the Jets be competitive. I want to see them play a good game. I want to see it look like they're ready, like they're into it. They want to play and not just look like they're using London as an excuse for a vacation for them and their families. But I'm a little worried about it simply because I really haven't seen that yet. You know, we got all excited when they beat the Patriots and all this other stuff, but the Patriots are basically a rebuilding team. There's nothing to be too proud of. Or that yes, they looked good, offense looked good, and then they turn around, they look terrible. And I'm going to say something that I say almost every video I make about this team is just the coaching. The coaching on this team is just absolutely abysmal. They never look like they're ready. They never look like they're prepared. They never even look like they're into the game almost. They just kind of going through motions. And this just looks like last year's team and the year before that and probably the year before that. There's just too much talent on both sides of the ball for this team to be playing this poorly. And I think also too it appears to me, I know they're trying to downplay it a little bit, but it appears to me that there's a little rift going on in the locker room. I think especially between Rodgers and Robert Saleh. Everybody knows now, if you follow the Jets and you watch the sports shows, that Saleh more or less after the game kind of blamed Rodgers' cadence. You know, he uses that cadence to try to draw the defense off sides. He's been doing that for probably 15 years. And the way Saleh made it sound like, well, maybe he should, pull back on his cadence a little bit. And of course, right after that, when they're interviewing Rodgers, he's like, well, maybe guys should be held accountable. And I have to tell you, I side on Aaron Rodgers on this one because, man, you're the head coach. You tell me these guys don't know that he's gonna do his cadence, try to get the defense, and instead he's drawing our own players off sides. I don't know if this is a practice thing, this is a coaching thing, but whatever it is, I tell you right now, it's an embarrassing thing to watch. He draws his own players off sides. This is coaching. And last week we saw at least 2 times, maybe even 3, where Rodgers is throwing an out pass while Garrett Wilson is running straight down the field. Or he throws a ball on the other side of the field to somebody else and he's running down the field. They're not even on the same page, it seems like sometimes. To me, I don't even know if I blame Roger, blame the receiver, blame who, but this is coaching. Don't you guys go over this shit in practice? I mean, this is something I understand it happens once in a while. It happened like 2 or 3 times in the same game last week. It's just a bad look. It looks to me like this is a team that's not ready. But what they are is a team that's poorly coached, they're poorly prepared, and they're undisciplined with the penalties. I mean, this is just unacceptable at this point, man. And I'm getting tired of listening to Robert Saleh on Sunday afternoon after the game go, well, that team over there, they're really good. I don't know why. We look good in practice. The ball, what's going to be the excuse this week when the Vikings beat them? Oh, well, it is foggy in London. And I mean, what's coming up next, man? We got to stop being so acceptable to this low standard this team seems to be at right now. This is too good of a team to be wasting away right now. Because I think if you want my honest truth, I don't know if Aaron Rodgers is going to come back next year. If this team doesn't make the playoffs, they maybe don't want him to come back because he's not going to have the same coaching staff. His buddy Hackett's got to go. Salah's got to go. And I think Jeff Albright, the defensive coordinator's got to go too. So Listen, I just wanted to get all that out and tell you what, I just want them to look competitive, look like you're not a bad college football team, look like you belong there, and just play competitively, because right now the Minnesota Vikings, led by Sam Darnold, one of our old quarterbacks from years ago, I get that, but he's hitting it right now. This team is undefeated. They look good. Sam Darnold is one of the passing leaders in the NFL right now, and we don't have that with the Jets. We have a team that looks confused, that looks unprepared, that looks undisciplined. And that's what I see so far with this football team. And they got to be careful, too. I want to bring up one more point. This is a team that could go on a losing skid here, because we've got the Vikings tomorrow morning. We got the Bills after that, who are also rolling. And, well, they didn't look good the other night against the Ravens, but they sure as hell look better than the Jets do. And then they got the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are no fluke. This is a team that if they don't get their shit together, could go on a roll here in the wrong way. We could be looking at a 2-5 team here before you know it, and then all shit's going to hit the fan with the New York media. They don't want to hear any more of these excuses. They don't want to hear any of that California attitude, like, don't worry about it. It's all good. They're not going to fly for that shit. That shit don't fly with New York media. It's not going to. So I hope that doesn't happen. Believe me, I want the Jets to win every game. I'd like to see them win every Super Bowl till I'm dead, but that ain't going to happen. So another thing too is I think Jet fans, I think we were so lifted by the sports writers and the New York media and even some Jet content creators out there. This is a championship team. This is an AFC East division contender. This is a Super Bowl contender. This team is not a Super Bowl contender. This team is not a championship contender. This is a football team that doesn't have their own identity yet. This is a team that's poorly coached, poorly prepared, and plays poorly, and it shows. This is what we have here. So as a Jet fan, and I'm telling all other Jet fans out there, do yourselves a favor, lower the bar a little bit. Stop thinking that we're a Super Bowl team. We're a championship team. If you want to think that, go ahead and think it. If you want to believe in the Easter Bunny, believe that too. But lower your expectations a little bit. Let's just be happy if we win a game that's not against a bad football team. Let's see if we can beat a Minnesota Vikings or a Buffalo Bills or a Steelers. Let's see if we can do it before we start to talk about winning the division, winning a playoff game, winning the Super Bowl. We're just we're setting ourselves up for failure, which is what we do all the time as Jet fans. We got to stop doing this. Let's just see what happens tomorrow. But that all being said, I just had to get that off my chest and tell everybody what my feelings are about this, what I see with this team. And I see a team that's just like last year's team. It looks the same to me. Tomorrow, let's get to my prediction for the game tomorrow. My prediction is the Jets are not going to win the ball game tomorrow. I hate to say it. I don't want to say it. I'm just being realistic here. The Jets are not playing good football. They don't look good to me. They still look like they're off with each other. The blocking is still very suspect. No running game. The running game is becoming non-existent now. In the pass game, I don't know even what to think about that. I see guys running wrong routes, passes going to nobody. Rodgers running around. He was hurt last week. He limped off the field last week. This has got to be all corrected. I don't think the Jets can win tomorrow. I think they're going to lose against the Vikings. I just hope it's not bad. I hope they at least put up a fight, but I don't think they can win the game. I think they're going to lose tomorrow, drop below 500, and then they got a lot of problems on their hands because then they got the Buffalo Bills coming up. It's a primetime game. It's a home game, and the Bills are going to be licking their wounds from that Raven game. I don't know who they're playing this week, but I'm sure that they're going to be figuring this out. And then they got the New York Jets, who's a division team. If the Jets drop to 2-3 tomorrow, 2-4 with the Buffalo Bills, possibly. Next week is 2-5 with the Steelers. We got a problem on our hands. You know, we don't want to talk about anything. We got to just worry about if we don't extend our playoff drought another season. So anyway, that's my prediction. I hate to say it, but I don't think the Jets can win tomorrow. I think they're going to lose by at least 10 points, maybe even more. I hope not, but we'll see what happens. But anyway, that's my prediction. And leave me a comment below if you think I'm crazy. If you think the Jets are a Super Bowl team, let me know. If you like my video, hit that like button and please subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a great deal. I love making the videos for everybody. I hate to sound so negative all the time, But I'm just trying to be realistic, and lower my expectations. And everybody else should do the same. So let me know what you guys think. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk after the game tomorrow. Bye now.